Ai, ukiniambia composition, na switch off. Juu nakumbuka hizo one day I was walking home and then hizo vitu zilikuwa zinanibo. Shit. Ati sasa natoka. Hizo za kuanza, hata za uko like as in 844.
Not enough going around surviving. Running through as time passes by. Money on my mind all the time. Time mentality make hay while the sun shines. Nikunoma, lakini tunasonga. It's lonely in Nairobi, early in the morning, chasing life in the fast lane. Do it my own way, gonna do it my way. Oh, wanna do it my way, yeah. Now bado niko high speed on the road, bado niko kasi silent mode. Gonna do it my way, my way. Sina njia la kusema weni. Baby won't you tekia maliza uwezo mimi sina. Shindwa penda tena moyo kavumilia. Chukia maliza uwezo sina, but I know I will rise again. Umeniweka huru. Nina imani tena juu ya pendo lako Mola. Umenipa nguvu. Sina woga tena juu ya pendo lako Mola.
So my name is Wendy Kay. I'm a singer, songwriter, performing artist, recording artist. I love music and everything about music. I love the creative arts. I love the creative scene. Yeah, I'm just a creative. A performing artist basically is an artist who performs. Just as it says, it means that basically you perform in, like, you record your music in studio, you perform in front of people, audiences, just that's a performing artist. So, I think it's how you connect with the audience. Not everyone is meant to dance, not everyone is meant to just sing. Yeah. So I think if you understand yourself as an artist and you know your strengths, you capitalize on that, your weaknesses, you see how you can make it better. Bora vibe iko, bora wasa na vibe na wewe. You can be singing off key, but are you communicating whatever you're singing or whatever you're dancing? So at the end of the day, it's all about connection. You can be a great singer and not be a good, performer or connect with the audience. So it's really important to be an all-round creative. I'm naturally or normally, I'm very quiet, very shy, but when it comes to music, I just want to sing and sing and sing and sing and sing and sing. And so I've just been singing for different people, different audiences ever since I could, sing. I could find out I could sing. Yeah. So I was raised in a very loving home by my amazing family. I was raised in different parts in Kenya, but mostly we were in a very nice place called Mbotela, which is along Jogoo Road. So if Wasewambote, shout out. So I've grown in different areas. In the process, I was also exposed to different types of music. that I feel like have influenced, who I sound like today. So from music, from a very young age, I went to school. I also went to different primary schools because my parents were teachers or are teachers. So they were normally stationed in different parts of the country. Yeah. So I used to travel a bit. And then, I found out I could sing accidentally. I didn't know I could sing, honestly. And it was one of the most random moments and the best moments of my life. So I was singing in mostly church. I was singing in front of presentations. If you have a presentation in class, those things, those were the things that I was doing. Apart from that, I was very quiet. So if you ask anyone who knew me back then, I was very quiet. Sorry, I was just in my own world, in my own shell. So I went through 844. I finished by the grace of God. I graduated from university in 2017? Yeah. So shout out to Strath, wasewa Strath. Tulipambana, tulimaliza, and still moving. So I'd say education-wise, yes, I had to go through the whole system, and I'm just grateful that I went through it. Class 7, and I remember nilikuwa boarding that time, and I remember we were waiting for the father to come in to church. It was a Sunday, and he didn't come, and we normally used to share the service with high schoolers at that time. So it was a primary, secondary school. It was a Catholic school. It was a Catholic school. So I remember he didn't come. So the leaders, they were like, okay guys, so we have to keep ourselves busy. I don't want any teacher to come and take us through the service. So we have to have fun for ourselves. So everyone, you have to come to the front and you have to do something. And that time, I'm like, what is this person saying? I've never stood in front of people. We are panicking, me and my friends, everyone has to go in front. So, because I saw everyone was going and singing in front, I was like, okay, fine, even me, I'll go and sing something. Individually, everyone has to go on their own and do something. If it's dancing, for the Lord, dance. So, I remember it was my turn. And I told myself I'd sing a hymn or something. Then I went blank. Then I was so nervous. I sang a Rihanna song in church. And, I sang and I finished. And guys were like, wow, they clapped for me. So I was like, are you guys enjoying me? You wanna because I did the Rihanna song, you wanna attack me low-key, but anyway. So I just sang it. After that, guys were like, oh my God, you can sing, you have an amazing voice, but why did you sing a Rihanna song in church? But still, you can sing. So I think that's when I knew I could sing. And from then on, guys would just tell me, please sing for us in class, or a presentation, sing. At the end of the day, I started singing more and more and more. And it's been a journey. I've never stopped singing. I love singing. If it wasn't for singing, I'd be somewhere in a hole, just in my own world, because at that time I'm listening to, I think that time Kiss 100 was the in station, so just the normal popular songs in the Rihanna's, the Chris Brown's. I think even at that time I was also listening a lot to Amani and Tattoo, Nameless. I think it was around that time. And I'm also revealing my age, but a lot of different influences, different sounds. But I think I can't remember who I really used to particularly listen to, but I used to listen to a lot of music. A lot of music. Both local and international. So at that time, even when I found out I could sing, I didn't tell anyone. I was super shy. I would make sure if I'm going to church on Sunday, I go to the youth service alone. I don't go with anyone in my family. And if I want to sing, I make sure I'm the last person on the list, so that no one who knows me might I was really, really shy when I was growing up. Well, these days, I'd say I'm still shy, but saa zingine inabidi pia wewe unajileta. So So I've been influenced by a lot of artists, local, international, and when I got in the industry, I looked up to a lot of female artists who were now in the local scene. Sanai Tande, Mayonde, Sage, Lisa Odwor, like all these amazing singers, songwriters. I really love them. I used to look at them like, if they can make it, you know, they might not know me, but their career is like a guide to me. Their lyrics, you know. So I wouldn't say I had a mentor like from the word go, but I was fortunate enough to be in a space where I could learn different things about music through Sauti Academy. And yes, I was in Sauti Academy 2013. Yeah, so I was in Sauti Academy, same class with Kina Hat, who else was in our class? Jivu, I don't know if you guys know Jivu. Yeah, anyway, dope artist. So that's how I started now getting into the industry with these different guys. Like I remember even when I finished Form 4, I knew I wanted to do something in the creative industry, and I knew I loved acting more than even singing. I started acting immediately after high school, and then as I was doing more of musical acting, I met someone who mentioned, you know, you should try Sauti Academy. You can sing, it's a dope thing, you know, if you're still passing time waiting for university. So that's how I joined Sauti Academy. The first time I auditioned Sauti Academy, I was rejected. Then I was told, you can't sing, go home. But I still went back with, like, no one told me to go back. I just went back. Yeah, you have to audition to get into Sauti Academy. So I got in the second time and I was happy. I made amazing friendships. Amazing connections, you know, till today I still talk to some of them, so it was really awesome. Yeah. Hey, nikianza, honestly, I think it's the psych that I got from Sauti Academy. Like, we were all on the same like boat. We're all green, we're all young, we're all like sort of naive. We just want to sing and to share music. So I feel like we all kind of went through a similar process into the industry, like, oh, so what did you do? Who shot your video? Okay, can I talk to them? You get what I mean? We kind of shared a lot of our resources around. We still do, because, you know, you can't do it alone. So I don't want to say no one helped me. At the same time, I don't want to say there's one particular person who's been pushing me. I feel like we've been helping each other as an ecosystem. From a creative who knows how to produce music can also be shooting my video. So I'd say it's a lot of creatives I've worked with all of the last couple of years. I don't know if Sauti Academy is still there anymore, but I would definitely recommend, if you want to get into the industry, you have to be prepared. For me, Sauti Academy, I got in very green. I was very scared. I didn't know how to perform. I used to close my eyes the whole song. So when I got into Sauti Academy, they taught me, you know, the elements, techniques of performing, of singing, of writing. And also, it was just so much fun. Like, just coming to learn about music, singing, it was just so much fun. And learning from other artists, their styles, because we were very different. So it was such a learning point for me, especially even now as an artist, how I write, how I think as an artist. A lot of that started in Sauti Academy. So many experiences. I don't know where to start from. I think for me the best time is when I'm on stage. That's my home. Not even in the studio. The studio is dope, but I love being on stage. I love being on stage. I always get adrenaline rush when I'm on stage. As a female artist, unfortunately, we are in a very male-dominated industry. And sometimes you meet good people and sometimes you meet bad people, or you meet people with bad intentions. And I think for me, sometimes I was trying to work with a certain producer and they were not really professional per se. And For me, I was, it kept on happening. If you ask any female artist, same story, which is so sad. I mean, we can't be talking about this thing till now, it's about time. So for me, I was very uncomfortable, and I was tired of, meeting someone today, they're disrespectful, tomorrow you meet another person, they're disrespectful, especially in production. So that's when I decided, let me start learning production on my own, music production. And so far so good. I can say it was a bad experience, but it made me turn lemon into lemonade. I've had different collaborations that I'd say have really impacted my career and have really influenced my career. So I did a song with Nairobi and Gospel on the Beat, and that was one amazing experience that I'll never forget. Yeah, guys, you should go check it out. It's on YouTube. It's a very dope song. Very. Yes, link iko hapo. I'd say the chance to work with Coke Studio was an amazing opportunity for me, life-changing. So how I got Coke Studio was, I was just doing covers online, cover songs, and then I think someone who works from Coke Studio reached out to me, and they're like, would you want to be part of the team? And I was like, for sure. So yeah, so that's how I got in Imagine, and I was so happy. I learned so much. You're meeting different artists, different characters, different languages, different cultures. So it was very, very eye-opening, especially seeing the African music industry and how, its potential and all that. It really changed me. So I was there for 2 seasons, 2018, 2019. Okay, the last 2 seasons that were there. As a background vocalist, and then I was now given the opportunity to perform for the last season. So, and I collaborated with Mutoria. Amazing song. Again, YouTube. Yeah. I have not, but I have performed or collaborated or used their space. So for example, Cortex, Coke Studio, which other one? Yeah, just, I haven't yet gotten into partnerships, but that's something that I'm looking into in the near future. The question is, if you want to do this, is what do you want out of this? Music does pay. In our country, yes, the systems may not work, so it might be tricky to say that it does pay, but music does pay. And music comes in very many forms. It's not just singing, it's not just writing. You can make money in music in many ways. So I think if you want to join music, if you want to earn a living from it, what does that look like for you? What's that figure? If you know what you want to achieve, then you need now to sit down and be like, how can I get there? I feel like you can, it's not impossible. It's full of challenges, but it's not impossible. You can actually make a living from music. So royalties take time. Royalties is like your investment, long-term investment, retirement plan. It depends, like I said, systems. It depends. Like for me personally, there's a publishing company that collects my royalties that's not Kenyan based. So already I feel like for them they have systems that work. I'm assured that whatever I put out, they'll collect from me. So I think it depends with also doing your research, because all of this information is out there. Some of these people, these big companies, you don't need to pay them. It's just now researching. I want someone who will be collecting my royalties. I want someone who will be handling my publishing. I want someone who will be, doing distribution for me. So you need to do a lot of research on this company. companies. There's so many good ones that are not even here. I'm not saying dismiss the ones we have. I'm just saying do your research. I would say I'm talented, but I also put in the work. Talent is not enough. It's 10%, as they say, which is so true. The rest is hard work and preparation, because this is life. We're all learning. Learning never stops, no matter how big or small you are. So for me, so far in my career, I feel like I have developed patience, a lot of patience. This industry, you need patience. And along the way, you also need to learn new skills. So for me, I've been learning like instruments, I've been learning production, I've been learning the music business. And for me, it's opened my eyes to so many new things that I didn't think. So yeah, I've really learned a lot. Talent ni yenye, yani kipawa, yani hiyo ni kipawa yako, chako. Like for me, someone can wake up and they just draw. I mean, like, wow, like how did you even draw that? But it's like, that's their talent. You can't suck at a talent. Yes, you cannot suck at a talent. Yeah, so that's talent, something you are good at, For me, it's singing, music, writing, all those things. But now, that's not enough if you want to make this a career. Whatever it is you're doing, that's not enough. You need to put in work. So now the aspect of passion comes in. How passionate are you about your talent, For me, how I am passionate about my talent is putting in the time to sing every day, like doing my vocal, warm-ups, which is very important for me as a singer. Yeah, you have to practice daily, That's passion. For me, passion is writing songs. For me, it's performing. For me, it's, the fans. You have to be passionate. Otherwise, if you're bored, what's the point? Then now skill. I feel like skill is like the king of all, because no matter how good or bad you are, you still have to develop skills. Beyonce is still developing skills whatever she is, So no matter how big or small, you have to understand how am I growing with my talent? How am I growing as a person? How am I expanding my talent to accommodate me in future? Like for me, how will my singing help me in future? That's something you have to think about. So for me, it's like I make sure I learn elements of music, because one day I want to be performing on my own, one day I want to be teaching, maybe, theory, all those things. So you have to think about what it is you want, and then now you work backwards in terms of your talent, in terms of your passion, in terms of your skill development. Being a youth in the industry is exciting, because many of you, you're not just alone. So, and being young, you're energetic, you're sharing ideas, you're listening to different vibes, you're like, wow, you're inspired. So being young in the industry is really fun. Honestly, it's fun. It is challenging, obviously, because I feel like the problem with the Kenyan music industry is, lack of policy in place. I feel like that's one of the main reasons a lot of musicians are frustrated. I feel like if things were in place, oh my goodness, this country would just be, the creative scene would be somewhere different. But I still appreciate the fact that the industry is still moving, we're still heading somewhere. So, being in the industry now, you meet, different people, older artists, younger artists. And I've been privileged to work with different older artists, so many that I've dreamed of meeting and working. You're seeing someone you can't talk, but you're just happy. So I've learned so much from these guys. They give you so much timeless advice. You're like, wow, I wish, even them, they're like, I wish we had what you guys have right now. And for me, that tells me the next generations to come, they'll be in a better position. So it's like, whatever they give me, I always try and, like, whoever comes after me, I give them the information. To all the upcoming artists out there, you got this. Start with what you have. Start where you are. Don't listen to what other people tell you. Believe in yourself and keep on going. And to everyone out there, every believer, every dreamer, every person who wants to achieve the greatest of the greatest, follow your heart. Keep on following your heart, but don't forget to carry your brain with you. And lastly, I think this goes to the parents of creatives out there. If you have a son or a daughter who is in love with the arts and you're seeing like there's some potential, please nurture that. You never know what you're nurturing. You never know who this person could be. So just pay attention to your child. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Yeah, 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 yeah. Where did the love go? Where did the love go? Ooh, 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 ooh. Where did the love go? Where, yeah.
Any instrument you're familiar to. Unaweza ichukua ucheze tu kama wewe sasa.
Pressure. My dad has the brains. My other sister has the brains. So I think we're well balanced. So yeah, sometimes we sing together, sometimes we just, you know. But sisters, we fight a lot. Sisters, ukiniambia composition, na switch off. Juu nakumbuka hizo one day I was walking home and then hizo vitu zilikuwa zinanibove. Shit. Ati sasa nafaa hizo za kuanza hata za uko like as in anyway imeisha. It wasn't recording the whole time. Are you serious? Oh my God.
Better enemies than friends. Better watch your back.